Hey everyone, Demon Knight here, and today I got another build showcase video for you guys, and this time it's for Axton in Borderlands 2. Now this build is called Hybrid Axton, and this build is focused around using both guns and grenades, with a Legendary Engineer class mod. So the items I have here are the Unkempt Herald as the main weapon, and the secondary weapon as the Sword Explosion, a nozzle to heal yourself, a slagger to slag enemies obviously, the Sham Shield for enemies with with guns, but of course you can also use a blockade or an antagonist, a fastball, an explosive relic, and of course the Legendary Engineer. So the spec I got here is pretty similar to my Soldier Axton build, with the exception being that I don't have any points in expertise, but therefore I have 1 point in resourceful, 5 out of 5 in Grenadier, and 1 point into able here. And then what's really nice about this spec here is the synergy between all of your skills because of the Legendary Engineer class mod. And the main skill here is Battlefront, which boosts both gun damage and grenade damage by 60%. And this is also the reason why this build is considered a hybrid build. Then it also boosts impact, and with impact and Battlefront together, you already have plus 100% gun damage. And then with steady, do or die, and Battlefront, you'll have plus 95% grenade damage, which is also almost plus 100%. Then Sentry and Resourceful here both help Battlefront out, so generally you'll have more DPS with Battlefront. Then you want to go 5 out of 5 in Grenadier because you want to use more grenades with this build. And then you'll also have some extra healing with Able here. But yeah, as I've said, the rest is pretty much just my Soldier Axton build. Alright, so let's kill some enemies in Lynchwood right here. For the 4th time now, because I've actually attempted this commentary 3 times by now. The first time I got killed by the awesome train that runs through Lynchwood. And the other 2 times my audio was messed up. So that's mildly annoying. But I hope everything goes as planned now. I've tested the audio multiple times and it should work, but we'll see. But yeah, what's really nice about this build in particular is that you basically have more options to choose from when killing enemies. Because you can use both your guns and your grenades effectively against everything. Your grenades do kinda depend on Battlefront being up, I guess, but with all of your skills, plus the extra cooldown rate from the class mod, that shouldn't really be a problem. And you can still one-shot trash mobs even without Battlefront active. But yeah, you can also obviously use grenades on something like a Soldier Axton build or guns on a grenade build. But they basically won't be quite as effective as they would be on this build. But therefore, in the trade-off, you also won't be pushing anything to its maximum potential with this build either. What's also really nice about this build is that it works very well with weapons that have a lot of grenade splash damage, like for example the Unkempt Herald here. Because that will be boosted by all of the grenade damage as well, of course. So you definitely want weapons with a lot of grenade splash damage. The Sword Explosion I have only has grenade splash damage on the secondary projectiles, but therefore it's also just my secondary weapon, I guess. But of course you don't have to use these 2 weapons, you can use pretty much anything that has grenade splash damage. But yeah, this synergy of skills and with the hybrid playstyle that the Legendary Engineer class mod has, is also what makes me like it a bit more, because generally I'm not really the biggest fan of the Legendary Engineer, mostly because I simply think it should have been something different. Because for a general build, the Legendary Soldier simply outperforms it, and the only thing it's really the best at is a pure turret build, but sadly that doesn't really work on OP8 very well. So I think it should have been something different. I think that about the Legendary Pointman as well, something like a Legendary Grenadier and a Legendary Rifleman would have been really awesome. The Rifleman in particular, because other classes like Zero and Maya, don't need to throw my turret out for this guy, they have their class mods like the Legendary Cat for SMGs and the Legendary Sniper for sniper rifles as well. So I think it would have been really cool if Axton had a Legendary Assault Rifle class mod. And then of course the Grenadier, because Grenade Axton is one of his strongest playstyles. But yeah, that's basically my hybrid Axton build here. It's pretty nice. It's definitely a bit different from your usual build. It's kind of like my Soldier Axton build, but with more grenades and therefore less gun damage or gun DPS and less expertise. Probably not something I'll be using a lot in the future though, because as I've said, the Soldier simply outperforms it for a general build. Yeah, but I know a lot of people who like the Legendary Engineers, so this might be a build that suits you. But anyway, I'll show you my gear and my spec again. And of course, as always, no bar. But yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and see ya.